Okay, I'm back again um, for attempt number 2 because I forgot to turn down the video volume and get this going. So I got Tony, he's our 3, and we got Ross, it's their 4. Ross did a really good lag there. Doing this to try to hopefully help Tony out, learn some of his mistakes and reinforce some of the things he's been doing right. So we'll get right into this. And Ross has got a pretty good break. You'll see through the match here. Okay, dry break on the first one. So we've got not a terribly difficult shot. Get here and then get that in there. So that's the goal. Cue ball should come off roughly this angle. If it's struck correctly, get you out, running that angle. So if you can stop anywhere between here, you're good on the 2. So you got to make a shot. So he missed just a little bit. Looked like he had a lot of left English on that. That's why that cue ball came back off of the top rail a little funny. So that's all that happened there. Now this here, if you can stop your cue ball right here and just send that one ball like this, beautiful safety. So look for those things in the future. They do shoot a little fast at times. So we got this here. Cue ball is going to go this way naturally. So I was going to say you can either bend the angle up to here or pull it back there. So he pulled it back. Off of this, your cue ball is going to go right here. So think about where you're moving your 3 ball to when you do this. So sometimes you put a little more bottom on it to pull into that 3 to get it a little where it'll push it straight up table and leave your cue ball a little more in the center. That'll work sometimes because this right here, this shot is kind of no man's land. You go for it. You're going to have to hit it harder. Well, okay, we tend to hit it harder. You don't have to hit it harder. So you kind of sell out. Now we do have this shot here, easily missable, easily makeable. So you're going to come off about that angle if you make it. So he just missed. So again, I forgot to mark that Tony made the 1 and 2 ball. All right, so if we can just run this up the rail, let this cue ball roll out like that. That works too. Had a little bit of top English on that. Nothing wrong with it. So now you got your 4 ball. Your straight angle is right here. So your cue ball is going to naturally go this way. So you need to hit it enough where it goes in and back across. And he just had a bad angle on it. So that happens. Don't sweat it, Tony. All right, so now there's a combo like this. If you want to take it, it's there. I think, okay, I was going to say, I think the 4 ball goes by it anyways, but I'm not sure. Scratched, okay. So now from here, let's look at this for a second before we set this down. We got our 6 ball, 7's right over here, right on the rail. 6 ball goes in here nice and pretty. It also goes right in here. So we've got 2 pockets we can take this to. So our 4 ball easily goes in this pocket. So we can choose whether we come at it from here, here, here. So I like an angle somewhere in here if I'm going to shoot side pocket. If I'm going to shoot it up in the corner, I'm going to put just a small amount of angle there and shoot a stun shot. So that way when it comes off, it rolls up this way. Try to get it over here just almost straight in, right about there. So that way when you pull it back, you're going right towards that 7 ball. So that's the thing to think about is you can't be on the wrong side of the 6 because if we cross this line going this way, then the cue ball is going this way. No, even if it's just a little bit, it's going this way somewhere because of the angle that's on it. So that makes getting to the 7 ball harder. And we want to pay attention to that because we want our path when you got that line be you want to end up straight or a little bit on this side of the line. So that way everything you do takes you back towards the side of the 7 ball to make it. So left him in the side. So he got that. And that. I think I've marked some of Tony's points in the innings. So now this one, follow that line, but follow it on out. Get that thing over here up on top of this 9 ball so that you got a shot on it. So he just made the 6, 7, and 8. 7, 8. I guess I do have it right. So he's trying to cut it over here. Danger with this is if you rattle it right here in the hole, it stays in the hole. If you tried to bank this instead, you're at least creating separation between the two and not likely to leave the 9 ball in the hole. So that's a thought. You know, if you, and see, he's been trying to give people too many games, and pretty sure my wife got on to him about that. She's like, Tony, we don't give games away. So he made him shoot that one. So there you go. 7-3 on the first game. Taking him a minute to rack. All right, so we had the first 1 ball. Tony shot it. His angle was off. We had the 4 ball. Tony shot it. His angle was off. And then when he shot the 4 ball again, his shape was off on the 6. So just look at those things to help you out there, Tony. So we got 3 points there. We got the 1, the 4, and the 8. And he's still at the table. So he's up 7 right now. He is spotting 6 points. So realistically, when you're looking at the points race, he's up 1 right now. It's a good shot on the 2. Problem here on this ball, if we look at this, before we get wild to shoot like that, you can see right where he's aiming is he's going to hit right about there in that 3 ball. So there's nothing good's going to come out of that. But if we take and we aim, we can try to aim right over here to bank it back down in this corner. It'll probably hit the 7 ball and stop with cue ball. If not, it'll slow it down at least. Or you can very much thin this side of the 3 ball where you come off and go over here, and the 3 ball goes right over here. Use this 9 ball to split them. So make sure you look at these things before you get down here to shoot at it, because when you hit hard, things happen. So pay attention to this if you're a lower skill level watching this. As really focus on this power. Watch what's getting these guys in trouble, and it's almost always going to be power. You know, he started off 3 balls on the break, makes a ball, and just doesn't get shaped. So killed a nice run there. And Tony had a good swing at that there. You know, he could have maybe made that and gotten some kind of shape, but here, if we go there, we see our cue balls running away from this 6 again. Sorry, drawing arrows. Gotta remember to pick up, but he goes this way instead, which I think was a pretty decent decision based on where he was. You know, you weren't going to get a shot on the 6 shooting from where you were. So now Tony's got this. If you hit this pocket speed, cue ball's going to come right down here or over here, one of the two, but it should pop up just enough if you left that 5 ball right there. He did get good on this, except for, again, wrong side of that line. you got to carry that to the power to get back up. You can't baby those because it leaves you hooked. So you got your ball here and you're here. That line is there. You've got to come off of this ball. 1, 2, 3, and back. Get back down there for that ball. So you got to hit it enough speed to get down there. Doesn't have to be a hard shot. You just got to hit the speed. So good swing at it. Missed it. Made the 5 ball and the 6 ball. We'll give him those points. Why not? I guess he earned them. So here, just really didn't put enough angle on that 7 ball. He laid it pretty flat. Now, he did get fortunate. He had a shot here. Wouldn't been, it's not that far off straight, not that difficult to think. Now, this what Tony does. You hit it too hard, Tony. Look at that path. See where you just went right through here? If you stop and you get this just a hair wider and come right out here, you shoot this ball this way. All worked out. A lot of lines in the way, sorry. But it all worked out. You got what you needed. So you got 3 more points. And we're back to the next rack. Let's see how you break these, Tony. Come on, give us a good one. All right. Got good power in it, good contact. Didn't make anything, but you are not hitting that ball that way. And if you go this way for the 2 rail, there's a 7 ball looming very large right there. It's going to keep you from getting it. And you can't go a little bit wider to come off of this rail because you're more than likely going to hit that 4 ball coming if you hit this way. Yeah, you'd have to hit up here. So those 2 lines have obstacles. I mean, what are you going to do on that? You really. So I think he takes the smartest option here and goes 1 rail. It is still difficult. Came really close to hitting it though. Now here, if you put this thing down here on this rail and shoot this way across the 1, you can get your cue ball to come up like this. Is my favorite way to shoot this. He puts it a little flat, and then you're running right into your obstacles. Instead of avoiding them, you're going right into them. So run barefoot in a minefield. Same thing as what you do there. You're not going to come out of it good. The only good thing is this way you don't lose a leg. So this kick right here is wide open, but he needed to aim right here roughly, because I just remembered he did it, so that's the only reason I knew that happened. So that's a dead 6 ball, an inning, and ball in hand. So it's not the end of the world, but you were already down 1 point because you made the 1 ball. So I like stopping it right there. Yep. And then this line here, you draw, because you're just a small angle, you're going to get right up here in this area for the 4 if you hit it right. And that'll get you to your 5 ball. He just didn't hit it right. So he had a good idea, I think. Sometimes, it just doesn't work. So now you can, of course, cut this here. You're going to come off of this pretty thin. So you can come straight back across right through the 8, or you can try to come up towards the 4, or you could even try to get above the 4. He just went, straight through the 8, missed the 3. Would not have had a good shot on the 4, but like I say, he made a good attempt. That's what matters. Your angle is just a little off. That's all. And then his is a little off. I got to quit yawning. All right, so no points made there. I like going into the rail and back and hitting it that way when you have something like this. And then I go playing, my fake earthquake here, adjusting this camera, I saw it wasn't quite straight, and I can't leave nothing alone, so I get it right here in a second. It's just I'm short trying to reach up and grab it. So he made the 3-ball. And he made the 2-ball. That's where I messed up a while ago. Okay, so he made a good swing at it. Now Tony here, he's got the idea that we're all kind of eyeballing right now, I think, is if you try to make the 4 and you come off, you should make that 9. Now that's true. Got to get your English right. You can see he's putting just a little bit low right, and that just kept him from making it. If he'd have just hit that center English, he'd have made the 4 and the 9. But he still made the 4. He's got a thin cut on this 5. And I know he's got enough to kind of hit right over here in this area off of it. But I don't know if he could have made it because he's going to hit like real thin if he hits it. And he didn't hit it. So another ball in hand to Mr. Ross. So right here, take this ball here and then shoot this combo first. Get your 3 points. You're only going to get 2 this way. Get 3. This game is about points, not about 9 balls. Get your points. So 2 more for him. So 11, 11, 15. It stays a good match all the way through. They run neck and neck. They both make some good shots. They both miss some easy shots. But they're having fun, cutting up, and playing pool. And that's what we're here for. We're here for fun. And you got players like Tony. He wants to learn. I could tell him he's just like a giant sponge. Said sometimes you dry out, and that's why you come back and you get your sponge wet again. So we got 2 off the break. He swung pretty hard at that 2. I'm not sure what he was going for exactly, but now you've left this 2 ball here. You're going to come off this one roughly this angle. So you want to make sure you hit rail here or here by going top. Yep, there you go. And that gives you your 3 ball. So now your 3, nice and easy right here. All you got to do is that. Cue ball goes over here. You got your 5-7 combo. So it's about taking time, making your ball. So don't forget to take your time with it. We rush our shots, simple ones like that. We just get it in our head like, hey, I can make this shot. I've made this shot. I've made this shot. We need to remind ourselves that the times we tend to miss is when we stop taking enough time and we don't give that shot enough respect. You treat every shot like a difficult shot. You don't treat every shot like an easy shot as far as just thinking you've got everything. You got to remember that at any moment that shot can get you. Okay, so he's put himself on the wrong side of this 5 ball. He needed over here somewhat to make that combo. So now he's got the choice of a 5-9 or a 5-6. I choose the 5-9, and at his skill level, that's where I would assume he would go too. But he didn't. So now choices are this and this. I choose the 5-7 combo because you have more room for error here. You can draw to the rail or you can follow up to there. So you got choices of where to get that cue ball and keep yourself from scratching. He hit everything good, just didn't make the 7 because that would have been in a completely different area if he had made the 7. So you can't say he would add shape because it wouldn't have went the same place. All right, he moved almost everything. So you want to go this way to combo it and leave the 5 in the hole. That's the way you want to shoot this shot, because when you miss on the carom, you're separating things. Let's say he made that, and then he'd have been shooting this 5. That's the problem. You wouldn't want that. Okay, so he did not make a good hit. 6 balls going to fall in the hole. So that's a dead ball. All right, so now Tony here, he has ball in hand, and I don't think he realizes it. And shame on me, I was keeping score. Well, I don't know if it's keeping score yet. I was playing the match on the table next to him. Nope, yep, that way. Okay, good shot there. Now he just needs to get over on this side of the 8. Which he did. It's not even that late. I'm just yawning like crazy. So I got 7-2. Now he's got this 8 ball. You shoot this right. This goes here. Cue ball goes like this, right straight towards that 9 ball. That's the line you want. You just don't want to hit it too hard. That's the main thing. You hit it too hard, your shot suffers there. So I had just talked to him about this before. See, so how close to straight he is right there. Told him, it's like, if you're surveying land, do you do it from one corner? Or do you have to go walk that property and survey all the land to make sure you're accurate? Treat your shots the same way. Take your time, walk around that table, do your surveying where you can make these shots, and you don't look like you don't know what you're doing. So I got the 8 and the 9. So there we are. He is 1 point away from even with a skill level higher than him. So this is how you get yourself back in the game, tie the game, take a 1 point lead right there off of a good break after paying attention to what you're shooting. Now, does that guarantee he's going to stay this way? No, but that's how you can get yourself right back in this game. And you don't have to worry about it. From here, win or lose, you did what you had to do to stay in this thing. And like I said, these guys are having fun. And that's what this is all about. You don't need to worry about how this guy's staying 3 points ahead of you and you can't let him, because, yeah, I don't like myself when I do that. And so I've done it way too much. I've had my bad weeks. I've had my good weeks where I cut up when I'm losing, but just have fun with this stuff, man. So the angle to hit is right about there from where he was, and he hit right about here. Sorry, Tony, I meant to have that laid down for you at first, but rewind this and look at where you hit versus that. Okay, so straighten the side, then you got the 2-4 combo over here to this pocket. So we got his inning, that 1 point from the 1 ball, that point from the 4 ball. Now he's on the 2. Now this, okay, I see what happened now. I thought he hit underneath it, he hit on top of it. I would have just tried to cut the 2 over here and let the cue ball go right towards the 3. It should bump it towards the pocket and everything be good. So now here we are. He's back up a point. Like I say, realistically, he's down because of what he's spotting. Tony needs 6 points. Ross needs 11. Ross has got to get something going if he wants to stay in this game. Now here, me and Tony talked about this shot. Here, let me get before. What we really want is to be right down here with a little more angle, or sorry, a little less angle, a little more space, vertical this way between the ball. Because right now you're about that level. You want more space between it to give yourself more room to aim and to do good with it. Because what is likely to happen off of this is right over here. So if we don't know how to control that, we want to make sure we keep the angles away from what is going to lead us to that. So just play good angles and you won't have to worry about that. So that's a dead 3 ball. Yep. But he made a good shot on the 2, you know. So we got a 5 ball down. He's got a good shot on the 7 if he just basically does like a stop shot. I mean, that works out too. Me personally, I've always favored this shot over this shot. I don't know why. It's a preference thing for me. I've just always favored it. So we got, keep getting my cursor over there, 7, 8, 9, or 7, 9, whatever. And I didn't mark that inning. All right, we're getting pretty close here. Tony's down to 5. Ross is down to 9. See if he gets another good break. Yep, there goes a 4 ball. It's a good break. I don't know if he can hit straight at the 1 because it looks like maybe he might clear it, but he could easily come right up here to hit the 1. I keep putting my head out of the screen. But he just grazed that 2 ball. So 2 balls dead. So here, 1 ball. You want to leave it where you can come this way towards the 3. So if you get yourself on this line right here in, you can do that easily, maybe up to there. But as steep as he was, you can see how that got him all the way over there behind that 5 ball, and that's not good. So he can see the 3 ball, but what you've done is you've taken away the ability of the easier shot. So I made a 1, and that was it. We want to be able to get more points per inning, especially as being a 3. I know that's not super high, but as being a 3, you want to be able to get that there. So he took something, there was no shot, and he made a ball. And then he's got another shot, so he makes that ball. And then now he's got this ball here, which is one of the easiest ones he's shooting this time, and that happens. So, yeah, I just realized something. I've been clicking these, and this has been out of the screen the whole time. There we go. So made the 5, got one heck of a touch off of that to get over to the 6. Makes that 6 ball. So here he is. He needs 4 points. I missed something again? I think somebody else missed something because I feel like I've scored this right. But anyways, he missed a shot. So now Tony has this shot here. Problem with that is if you draw, you're going this way. If you follow, you're going, well, honestly, you're probably getting close to a scratch. But either way, you're going away from the 9 ball again. See, made a very good shot there. Earned that point. So I'm missing. Well, let's just say this is the score because I'm missing something. All right, there's an inning. I'm missing two somethings. Because I know what happens right here. He scratches. Gives him ball in hand. He shoots. But they've got this scored as 20 innings. And 25 right there. Because he brings that out and we tell him that's it. He goes over there and he shakes his hand. Boom. There you go. That's it. So that's the end of the match. So what do we want to do from this? We want to learn something from it. We want to pass it along. That's why I do this. Tony, just pay attention. I forgot to point out one right there towards the end. You had a bit of a jerk in your stroke when you shot at the 9 ball. That last one before when you missed it. Go back and look at that. Look at the time. Just look at all the things you did right. You did a lot of good stuff right. You know, you'll see where I drew something out and you did it right. So, and I'm not always right too. So there is that. But yeah, just use this to get better. Let's use this to pass this game along. Lower skill levels, a 3 and a 4, they deserve screen time as much as the 9s do, guys. Just because we're higher skill level doesn't mean we're more important than they are. They're in this for fun. That's what this is about. We want to encourage people to play pool and have fun. I do. I want to help people get better too. So let's just keep doing it and like, subscribe, share, and comment. Give me some comments. I'll reply to all of them. You know, ask all the questions you want. And hey, I appreciate you watching, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you.